Welcome to the playback. Welcome to another Saturday night live Q&A at HQ, Leon Carper HQ. Welcome guys to another live stream where we answer your questions and queries, the whole community. We get involved, we help each other, and we just have a bloody good time. Evening everybody, what do you think of the new look? What do you think of the new look, guys? You can see your messages better. There's a lot more going on. Good day. Evening, guy. Lewis Maguire. Big Fish. Brian Silver. Hello, mate. Roy Close. Good to see you, mate. Andrew Oakley. Good to see you. Dave Torrix. Evening, Hoxton. TA100, evening. Ben Wallace. You like the new look? No, I haven't lost no weight, Dominic Carter. Not at all. Darren Lynn's evening. Matthew Perks, evening. George Cooper, evening. It's got to be Carby. Now, I'm trying. You see the little YouTube zero up there? Now, that should be telling me how many people are in the house, but it's not. So I've got to look at that at some point. But we've got 63 people in here at the moment, which is great for a Saturday night. 94 people for Saturday night. I've got to say, first of all, thanks, guys, for last Tuesday night. We managed to get concurrently at one point in time 265 people on the live stream. Crazy. It's all down to you guys. So, thank you very much for making the community what it is. Yeah, AJ fight's on a bit later, isn't it? Well, I'm not even sure it's going to be much of a fight, though, is it? Can't see that it will be, but, you know. Peter Rundles, good evening. His deeper is still not working over 30 yards. If you turn the data off from your phone, it should work. If not, I'd contact them and say it's faulty, because it should still work. Evening, Nick Warner. Gary Underhill, evening to you, mate. Cranky Carpers, evening. Nathan Leaks, Northwest Carp Fishing, good to see you. Graham the Dodge Green. All the old regulars coming in. It's definitely getting bigger and bigger. Big up to Jack Dalton for catching the French and Big Un. There you go. Top Penguin, Adi Blanford. Good to see you, mate. He's another YouTuber who's got a brilliant channel. Get yourself over to a YouTube channel called Top Penguin. Some really good content on there. Also, if you've just been watching Carl G, Northwestern Fishing, his live feed that he does about an hour before mine, he's got a great channel as well. We're keeping it real. We're building this community amongst ourselves. You never know, Dan B. We might get to 300 one day. Got to have a brew. Oh, Spud. Spud has just been out to Marpesh. He had a £60 2-ounce scaly mirror yesterday. Good for you, mate. Good to see you in here. Evening, Brian Silver. Dean Woolard. David Duggan, good to see you, mate. It's got to be Carp. He says, have I got an Aladdin's Cave of old school tackle you don't use? No, it's just this is sort of like the office, the spare room. Big up the vloggers, Jason Sooty Allen. The Obsessive Carver, evening to you. Another guy who's got a really good channel as well. Roy Close says he soaked his hook link in flavour. Had a nice mirror today after getting hammered in that wind. Good for you, mate. Good for you, Roy. being a little bit different really does work. What I do in my fishing is I try to be different. I'll give you an example. You go onto a busy day ticket lake, for instance, and everyone's piling in loads of bait. I'll fish singles. Everyone's fishing pop-ups. I'll fish bottom baits. Everyone's spotting out loads of maize and hemp and that. I'll fish just boilies. Everyone's using 3-ounce sleds. I'll use a 1-ounce sled. You know, it's always that little corner furthest away from the car park. No one wants to go in because they can't get a bivvy in there. That's the one that always does the big one, isn't it? Got to think outside the box. That's what I try and do. I try and mix it up a little bit different. So is anyone out there actually fishing tonight? It's starting to get a bit cold, guys, isn't it? T800 says, how do I rate the Ridge Monkey Power Pack? Funny enough, I'm going to be doing a review on that very soon. Ken Keeney says he messaged me on Facebook. Can I help? Yep, when I have a look at my messages, I will have a look and see if I can help you, mate. I answer every single message. Casey Stevenson's going for a day session tomorrow and he can't wait. I bet you can't, mate. We've got 152 people in here. Got to be different from the norm, Mike. Jack Crane says his opinion on sacking fish. I don't believe in it. I used to do it, but I don't believe in it when you've got retainer. You can take self-tape photography. You've got LED lights. You've got flashlights on your camera. What's the point? I don't see. It should be outlawed, sacking fish. Good Danny, subscribe to Top Penguin, subscribe to Carl G, the Obsessive Carper, Jason Cutsy Cuts as well. Graham Sutcliffe wish he was fishing, but he's at a kid's Halloween party. Evening Aaron Paul, good to see you as well. Yeah, real fishing will be starting soon. All the armchair anglers stay indoors and the real fishermen get out there freezing their nuts off blanking. No problem, Ken. I'll answer your message as soon as I get off here. I'll have a look for you, mate. Yeah, temperature's definitely dropped. Robert Maneshi still managed to 29.12. Happy with that. I would be as well, guys. Definitely. Definitely. Any time from there sort of onwards, any fish you catch, it's just well earned. You know, it doesn't matter if it's a day ticket or a hard lake. As soon as those temperatures drop, like they're dropping this weekend, the fishing definitely gets harder. Matthew Randall works at Angling Direct, the new Slough branch. He says he has a manic day today. Busy at Angling Direct Slough. Darren Lindsay says, does soaking your bait in hemp oil take the flavour of the bait away? No, it just adds to it, in my view. Jack Crook says, Even Leon, what rig would be best suited for fishing with tiger nuts? I would say a coated braid hook link, wide gape hook. I'd core out the tiger nut, put a little bit of foam or a little bit of cork in there so it's slow sinking. You know, 8 inches, 10 inches, strip back just behind the hook. That's all you need with a tiger. And just a handful of tigers. Just spray the tigers over the top of it, job done. Don't need to put loads of tigers in. Carpellanoid Ben, he's out in the Colne Valley tonight with Dusty Dan and Scottish Ronnie. Keep up the great vlogs, he says. Good you. Good shout out to you guys doing it. Hoxton says, any recommendation on a winter sleeping bag? I've got a few actually. Tracker 365 bag has always served me well. You've got also, and always use a cover as well. Martin Dethridge says, hi all, he's just back from a 24-hour blank. It happens to all of us, mate. We all blank. Well done, Brian Mills. He's just had 3 fish to over 20 pound. Jack Kane says D-rigs for tigers. Definitely. Colin Oswald says, Leon, I'm trying to join the Facebook group. Still pending. Can you do the do? I will do, Colin, when I have a look into it. Evening, David Hall. No problem, Hoxton, for the advice. Always a pleasure. What do you think of this blue hoodie? I'm thinking of bringing out the blue ones as well. Blue black chicken. Exactly the same as the charcoal one and the other ones, but it's a much darker sort of blue. It's quite a nice colour actually. I wanted to get one first to have a look, see what it's like. So I always get everything first before I put it up to sell it. Stuart Cox, good to see you. Oi, oi. Have I brought an electric wrapping tool yet? No. For those of you who don't know, there's an electric wrapping tool out there, which is, well, it's just a craziness. I don't know what the world's coming to. Actually, it's quite a dark one, but it's where I've got the light shining on it. Rob Weaver says, hi Leon, have you done any river fishing? Only match fishing, only trotting a float many years ago. Dominic Carr says, doing the opposite to what everyone else is doing. Good advice, but everyone else wears clothes, not keen on fishing naked in the winter. No, I bet you're not. Well, we've got 152 of you in the house tonight, which is good. Don't forget, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell notification that pops up. Then you'll get notified every time we go live, every time I post a new informative video on one of my vlogs with the carp dog. Matt's at the Blue Pool blanking. Good luck, guys, at the Blue Pool. Lovely lake that is. Steve Berry says, just got back to fishing. He's just got back fishing with his 13-year-old. Good for you, Steve. It's definitely getting a bit cold. I looked at the wind factor. You've got northerly winds and you've got like northerly and northwesterly. That's pretty cold. It's going to be. I think it's going to be pretty difficult to get a bite over the next few days. That's for certain. Terry Deegan, good to see you. Graham Rowan, not wrapping tool. Wrapping. Well, I can't say it. Wrapping with a W. Evening, Mike Payne. David E. Top, good to see you, mate. Thanks for being here. Dan B says, would you go particles or boilies in winter? I like to fish a mixed. The bulk of my feed will be particles. And then what I'll do is I'll chop some boilies up in there. And I'll have some whole ones. You know, different food items, different sizes. No, I won't be doing an extra hours. The clocks go back, Aaron Paul. I haven't even had my dinner yet. Yeah, it needs something. I tell you, it needs a new one. It keeps blowing up. Yeah, I love the winter though. Brian Silver says it's coming in cold from Monday. I love the cold. I love it when it gets down to 1-2 degrees or minus at night, and you know you see a fish jump in the morning or one in the dark, and it's all excited that you might get a bite. Graham the Dodge Green says, would you use bottom baits on a soft lake, not weed or silty though? Yes, definitely. Probably the softer the bottom, the longer the hook link I use. Sweet corn is probably one of the best winter baits, Mikey boy. What's Mrs. B doing for dinner? I don't know, but she's working tonight. You guys have got your hoodies, the charcoal ones, over the last couple of weeks. What do you think of them? Do you like them? Are they nice quality? Nice and spacious? The black chicken hoodies. Been quite a few of you ordering them recently. Good to see you, Sean, my queen. Stuart Cox asks a really good question. Would you fish a hard lake over the winter, which is normally hard all year, or move on to water where you know you would have a few? Definitely move on to water where you know you have a few. Recharge the batteries, have a couple of socials, have a chance of getting a few bites, 100%. I've done too many years gone by, too many winters, blanking my arse off on hard waters. Should be with you soon, Nick. Water bottle or carp dog? They're both the same thing, aren't they, Carl G? They're both the same thing. Yeah, it's very moody at the moment, Obsessive Carper, isn't it, with the weather? Maximus Lenticus asks, after a thermo suit, any recommendations? I don't personally wear a thermal suit. What I wear is merino wool layer, long johns and a zip-up tight fitting to keep the heat in. Then like a hoodie like this. And then maybe like the SJ9 snug pack jacket or a jacket like that. Tracky bottoms. And if it gets really cold, then I'll put on a pair of snug pack bottoms as well. You never ever get cold with that 3-layer system. If it starts to rain, you just put on a lightweight, waterproof bottoms and top. Like the army ones, you know, like the DPM ones. Never ever get cold in a million years. Tony Taylor says, do PVA nuggets still melt in the winter? They do, but they take a little bit longer. Yes, Dominic, I did a video on the 3-layer system. You can find it on my YouTube channel. And I actually talk a little bit about it in the vlog coming out Monday, Vlog 6. Autumn Vlog 6. Hemp and sweet corn's great. Yeah, it's great any time of year, especially in the winter. Tracker suits, they're meant to be pretty good. I can't see the point of buying a tracker suit when you could do the 3-layer system and you could be just as warm. For less money. Luke Wogan says, best way to prepare groats. Groats are a brilliant addition to your spod mix in the winter. Because they milk up in the water and they take on a flavour. Now the best way to do them is exactly the same way as I do my hemp. Big cooler box, fill it 3/4 away with the hemp and the groats or just groats or whatever like that. Just keep pouring boiling water from the kettle on, seal it up, leave it for 24 hours. Perfect, every time. Perfect hemp, perfect groats. I've done a video on that also, so go and check that out on my channel. Yes, I shall be going to Swallow. Come and see me on the Summit Tackle stand. I shall be in the main hall this year, I think. Casey Stevens says, how much does it cost for the hoodie? For the normal sizes, it's $29.99 including postage. That's delivered to your door. Ben Wallace says, do you fish for a bite, then put chili hemp out or hemp out with your hook bait? Depends on what type of water I'm on. But normally I want to get a little bit of that in there. I might fish singles for the first few hours to see if there's fish about or see what's happening. So I might move. But generally, if I'm going to fish the hemp and sweet corn and maize and all that sort of stuff, I get it out there. Dominic Carter, add custard powder, strawberry angel delight to groats and hemp. Yeah, it gives you a nice creamy, sweet tasting sort of buzz going on. 155 guys in the house tonight. Not bad for a Saturday when Strictly Come Dancing's on, an X Factor. Yep, another good addition to your groats is molasses. Definitely. Thanks for that, Mark Beavers. And really sweet and really cheap, that is, as well. Good to see you, Mr. Murr. Mikey Boy says, maggots dead or alive? Definitely alive. Can't be still says, thanks for recommending the battery charger. Awesome. No problem at all. That's the one I use. Shout out to Eloise and Annie before his hair falls out. There you go. There's your shout out, Stuart Cox. Maximus Fletcher says, running rigs, what's your thoughts, mate? Had some good feedback on the group. I personally don't use running rigs, but I can see the advantage of them because they're different to what everyone else is using. Shout out to Jason Madgwick's daughter, Brooke. A little 7-year-old watching tonight. Shout out to you there, Jason, for your daughter, Brooke. There we go. The Unfit Mountain Bike says just got himself a Summit pod, and he can honestly say absolute quality bit of kit. It is a quality. It's a quality company. They make quality products. They're going to last you forever and ever. Stick says, would you crack up the cold one with the boys while waiting for a bite? I don't drink. Very, very occasionally I drink. When I'm fishing, I'm fishing. Dan B says, how do you stop maggots from getting into silt if alive? You don't. You let them go in the silt. Then the fish are grubbing around for them. Maggots will not travel very far in the water. Believe me. They will travel literally feet from your hook bait. Maximum. Zoe Stevenson, shout out to you. David Dawkins says, Leon, I'm thinking of getting a set of 3 new carp rods, 12 foot, 3.5 test. Any ideas, mate? Shimano Velocity ones are good. The new Vader ones are pretty good. If you're on a budget, you know, anything like under 100 quid. Above that, I would say the ESP ones are pretty good as well. Zoe Stevenson says, what is your best bait to use in the winter? The one that's catching me the fish. So you can use a bit of Prepper Army, or sometimes I use a fluoro pop-up, or it might be a bottom bait, or it might be a bit of maize. Just depends. I have a little mess about, or maggot sometimes, not very often though. One boilie flavour for the rest of my fishing life. I'll tell you what boilie flavour it'd be. No boilie flavour at all. It'd be one with no flavouring. Shout out to the Madrick family. There you go. On a Saturday night, giving up their time. The whole family's watching tonight. There you go. 158 people in the house. Carl Winston says, just got back to inline leads, gone from 3 bleeps to 1 toner. There you go. You've changed. You've messed it around. You've changed. You're one step ahead of them fish. Wayne Pettigrew says the Gardner sleeping bag, for someone who was asking earlier on, is a fantastic bag. I believe so. I believe it's very, very warm. Sonic S6 rods, they're pretty good as well, yeah. Brad Estes says, with the Summit Pod, can you fish as bank sticks as well, or do you need to buy a bank stick set up separately? No, you get 4, I think it's 9-inch bank sticks, which come off the pod. And you can use the adjustable buzz bars exactly the same. They come off the pod, it's all collapsible. You can use it separately for single bank sticks, or if you can buy some little goalpost adapters, use it as a goalpost. You can just take your 3-rod adjustables with you and your bank sticks. You don't need to use the pod, but you've got it there. You can mess and change around. Martin Deffridge says, why no flavour? Because no one flavour will always catch your fish. So having no flavour in it, like a washed out bait that's been out there 2 or 3 days, that will catch on every single lake you ever go to. Carpy Steve says, do you change hook size or smaller pop-ups? It all depends. I like to use around about a size 4 hook, or the smallest I go down to is about a size 5 or 6. Steve Burris says, would you use a spicy bait or sweet one in the winter? I'd use both. I like both. I like spicy and sweet. No problem, Brad. M. Mercer's, how's the new bivvy coming on? Really liking it so far. I had the front on last week. It's quite high. Then I've got a really low bed chair. And I like it quite close. So you've got a lot of space now. I was really surprised how much space you've got in the Tempest V2. Danny Crowther asked a really good question. What footwear do you wear to keep your feet warm and dry in the winter? I struggle with cold feet in winter big time. Ski-Tex boots, the best I've used and still do. Now, the problem is, this is how you get cold in the winter. Whether it be on your body or your feet. Now, your feet, they're going to sweat. You put loads of wool socks on, your feet will sweat. And what happens is that water, that sweat gets cold. And where water is a conductor for heat, all the heat goes out of your feet by the water. So you need to keep your feet dry. Get yourself a pair of merino wool socks. Get yourself a pair of Burgess boots, or I use Baffin boots as well. Ski-Tex are good, but the problem where people get cold feet is because they sweat, their feet sweat, and then they get cold. So get a pair of merino wool socks, thin ones. You don't need to get real fat ones. You don't need loads of big socks. Honestly, sometimes all I wear is just me merino socks in a normal pair of boots, normal Burgess boots, or normal cheap 20 quid boots. Carp Steve says, which rig, Ronnie? Slip D or D rig? Different. Oh, slip D or D rig? D rig at the moment. There you go. Maximus says he wears rigger boots. Aaron Paul says, do you think the banging of fireworks sound can travel in the water? Most definitely. Because it's the motion on the ground, isn't it? And that will travel through the water. Does it make any difference? Could well do. It might stir them up a bit. I know waters where when they had the firework display right next to the lake, fishes very well. John Liffey, how do you fancy sorting out a good Brexit deal for us while you're in Swallow? Bloody hell, I'll tell you what, I don't think it's ever going to happen, is it? It's got to be Carp. He says, what's the longest you've waited for a syndicate ticket and how many tickets do you hold during the season? I'll probably wait about 5 or 6 years for the longest ticket. I normally have probably 2, maybe 3 sometimes tickets, but normally just 2. Yep, definitely. Dominic Carter says, stay warm, get breathable materials to take the sweat away from the sink. Definitely. But if you get a merino wool underlayer, that wicks away moisture, keeps that little bit warm there. And then you have a baggy sort of top like this, a baggy hoodie, that keeps the warm in, another layer. That Carp says, should I try zigs? Most definitely. Definitely try zigs in the winter. A very underrated method if you've got a deepish lake. Have I made the phone call back to social? Not yet, Stuart, but I will be. I'll be seeing the guy hopefully next week. Definitely try the merino wool ones, Danny Crowther. You will not be disappointed. Because they're a natural wool as well, they don't smell as much as normal clothes or normal socks. You don't get that stink either. Evening, Paul Burstow. Good to see you. Yep, I use Burgas boots. Sean Mulqueen as well. He uses them. Norfolk Carper says, do you like the look of the new Fox alarms? No, I don't. Elvis Berry says, do I use ESP hooks? I have used the stiff riggers in the past. Just that Dave Troick says he's been on a Northwest Syndicate waiting list for 4 years now. What I tend to do is if I know I'm going to be waiting on a waiting list for a long time, I tend to forget about it. I tend to put it out of my mind, and if it comes up, it comes up. If it doesn't, I don't even think about it. Carp Stereo says, really good question. What temperature do you reckon the carp start to slow down? Anything below 10 degrees, they start to gradually slow down. I mean, last week we had 15 degrees the water temperature was. So it's really got to go some before they properly start to slow down. And all that natural food, which they're gorging themselves on at the moment, starts to go away. That Carp says, Leon, what is classed as a syndicate lake? I would say a syndicate lake is one where you've got a limited amount of tickets and there's a waiting list. That's what I would say is like a syndicate lake, like a club lake as well. Well, a syndicate lake isn't necessarily run by a club. It's run by a company, I would say, or an individual. Whereas a club lake is run by a club. James Matrix says, Leon, how should I approach a new water next week? 32 acres, no weed, just silt and gravel, fairly good head of carp. I would just try and find them. You will find them this time of year in the darkness showing. And just set up near them, or, you know, just try and follow them around on your different sessions. Stuart Cox says, do you make your rigs at home or on the bank? Definitely on the bank. Good luck to you, Sean Castle, as well. Elvis Berry says, have you ever used Calder Goo in the winter? I've never used it in the summer or the spring, let alone the winter. Roy Close says he used the temperature gauge, the water temperature. It's the waterproof temperature gauge, the one, I think it's a couple of quid, that you can see on most of my, it's in the details of most of my videos, probably in the details of this one. And he reckons it's 11.6 degrees today, so it's dropped quite a bit from what it was last week. So it won't be long before they start really slowing up. Steve Root says, what PVA foam do you use? It's just the one, whatever one's in the shop. Normally the solar one, I think. No problem that Carp. Jerome and Boily Van de Water or whatever, is that black chicken gear for sailor to swallow? No, it won't be. The only place you can get it is from my website, www.leoncarper.com, and there's bobble hats there, and there's hoodies and t-shirts and loads of stuff on there. Dominic Carter asks, how's the Spoon of Death? The Spoon of Death is good, alive and kicking. Oh. That's what you want, one of them for the winter. They're going to be murders this winter, aren't they? Elvis Berry says, don't you think the goo is very good then? I've never really tried it. I've never felt the need to try it, so I can't really comment. If I haven't tried something, I can't tell you whether it's good or bad. It's not my thing, really. Cold last night, Graham Roland says. I bet it is. It's going to get colder and colder now. I think winter's well coming soon. Greg Sawyer says, is it true you can use the bird life to locate fish? You can do, yes, Dominic. Yes, Craig, sorry. I watch the grebes where they're channels, where they're diving, where they're, you know, picking up their fish. Also the coots. If it's winter, if they found a little bit of a bit where the food is, because that's where the coots go, is where the food is. The carp won't be far away. Okay, Britt says, what do you like more, a 3 or 2 rod setup? Just depends really, but 3 I'd say. Ben Taylor says, evening from the bank in Kent. Good to see you, Ben. Hope you're catching a few or enjoying your Saturday night out on the bank. Michael Saint says, hi Leon, do you pour boiling water on your freebie baits? No, I've never really done that, I suppose. Spoon of Death. So guys, what do you think of the new look with all the questions on the left there or right? I'm not sure how you're seeing it. Me in a separate screen, nice little backdrop, little bit of a ticker going on. Do you like the new look? Rob Weaver says, what rig should I use once the leaves have settled on the bottom of the lake? Definitely pop-ups, Rob. 100% pop-ups. I've got a video coming out on Wednesday about exactly about that. 160 people in the house now. It's just another liquid, you're right, Mark. Andy Weaver says, have I ever fished in Shropshire, for instance, Acton Burnell? No, I've never fished Acton Burnell. Yeah, Ben Taylor says, having a few solid bags juiced up with hemp oil, happy days. Dominic Carter says, occasionally a black chicken will get shunted out of the way by a carp if there's floating bait, so keep an eye on the bird life. Definitely. I'm always watching nature. Nature will tell you so much about the environment, what's going on. Ocker Britt says, you're my favourite YouTuber. Keep it up, mate. Thank you very much, guys. It's all about you. It's all about you guys. You make this channel. You make these live feeds. You know, I just host it all. I just give bits of advice and my opinion. You guys contribute just as much as well. Like I was saying at the beginning of this video, this live stream, last Tuesday we had 265 people concurrently at one time. That's just crazy. Ben Taylor says, warmest winter boot suggestion. I would say if you can get a pair of baffin boots, quite expensive but very good, or failing that, Berghaus boots. They've got a Gore-Tex inner, I believe. John Life prefers the old look. Graham Rowland prefers the old look. What I might do is swap and change every week to a different one. Tuesday's going to be the old look anyway. Saturdays, because it's in the office and that, it's going to be like this or something similar. Sean Mulqueen says his missus just done him a nice cup of tea in a black chicken mug. She's a very good girl, isn't she, Sean? Matt Wood says, which bait would you prefer during these colder months, mainline cell or CC More Live system? I mean, both have got a good track record, so either one, really. Stuart Cox says, can you tell Carly he needs his black chicken hoodie as soon as possible? That Carp says, how does wind direction make a difference and what side of it should you be on? In the winter, I would be on the back of it. It's going to be a lot colder. That top layer, which will go down when it hits that far bank, most of the time, them fish will want to be on the back of it. Sometimes they want to be on the front of it, but 99% of the time, I'd be fishing on the back of it. Willie Wasson says he likes the new look, which is easier for me. Aidan H says, hello from Thailand. Can't wait to get back and do some carping. Been 2 years too long. Oh, Aidan, I don't know. I think I'd quite like to be in Thailand. Carpy Steve says, keep your recommendations going. Very honest opinion, refreshing change. That's what this channel and my channel is all about. It's about being honest. It's about telling it the way it is out there, keeping it real for products. Oh, I tell you what I've got. Look what I bought. One of the tackle saves. I should be doing a review on this little baby. And if it's any good. So I've got a Fox box at the moment, which is large, but does the job. And I'm going to see if I can transfer all my stuff over to one of these, like they tell us we can. And I'll be doing a little review on my vlog and a separate review as well. First impressions, I quite like it actually, which surprised me a lot. But we'll give you a full honest opinion once I've used it for a little while. Sean Castle says sometimes carp are a law unto themselves. Sometimes they just want to be where they want to be, Sean. That Carp says he loves carping, not camping. Had 9 blanks. Look. That's what you need. You need one of them. You get them from the website. GWL78 says he's got the Chod Safe and Rig Safe. They are great bits of kit. I'm actually, first impressions are, I'm quite liking it. I'll quite surprise myself. It's actually got decent magnets in there. It really does close and hold closed. So first impressions, I'm a little bit impressed. Stuart Cox says, how much do you need? 5 minutes breather after you have done this? No, it's just the way it is, Stuart. Willie Wesson says, Leon, you're turning into Darry's BFF. Octobrit says, what is your favourite carp to catch? A mirror, fully or common? Have to be a fully all day long. Carpy Steve says he tried doing a sausage McMuffin on the Rich Monkey and he highly recommends it. Sergeant Spudgud says, just got the tackle safe, Leon, works well. Good. Yeah, as I say, first impressions, yeah, I think they've got a good product there. But we've got to use it. That's the thing. I can smash and break anything the way I do my fishing. All right, Steve, Steve is saying the writing on the left is too small and difficult to read. I'll have to make that bigger. I have to make that bigger for you. I might be able to do it now. Let's have a look. Let's have a look now. Let's have a look. I might be able to do it while we are... Is that any better? Oh, I don't know. Have a look, see if we can do it a little bit bigger. That might be a bit better, I'm not sure, but we'll see. Colin Osborne says using the rig safe, very good. No, that's the normal tackle safe. That's the tackle safe one. Stuart Cox says he used a TT rig station. I wonder if all the tackle bits would fit. Probably not. That's quite big, isn't it? The TT rig station, I think. Any chance you'll be doing a checkbook and pen kit, 100 page? I've got plenty of checkbook and pens, I tell you. Bloody hell, I've had plenty of them over the years. Oh, I see. So it's the usernames that you can't see properly. Let me have a look, see if I can... problem is, I might lose you. Possibly might. If I change it around, let's have a look. I'll probably lose you. Let's have a look. Let's see. It's not going to be there. So bear with me, guys. I might be able to change it, but I don't think I can. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh. I don't know if you can still see me, can you? Can you still see me, guys? Just tell me if you can still see me, because for the life of me, it looks like you've all disappeared. Let's have a look. See if we can see me. See if we can make the scroller bigger. Text free, logo, view account. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See if I can change something. Might be that. Well, I'm gonna have to do it another times. It's wasting our live stream, but I'll do it. Thanks guys for letting me know. I'm going to make the words a bit bigger, just make it look a bit better. It might be, actually, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. Oh, no, it's not there. Swipe alert. Oh, hang on a sec. Oh, let's have a look. See if that makes any difference. Probably won't. Oh, yeah, I've done the wrong one, haven't I? Done the wrong one. Right, it's not that one. Definitely not. Ah, let's have a look at this. Oh dear. Oh, how about that? Is that a little bit better? Okay. I'll be able to see that a little bit better now, hopefully. Hopefully you can see it a little bit better. I'll get it all sorted for next Saturday's live stream anyway, guys. We'll get it all sorted and all done. Don't worry. Right, let's get back into it. Think that's made it worse. Oh my God. Oh dear. Let's have a look. It's oh God. Right. Still no good. Don't worry, guys. I'll get you sorted for the next one. Leave it alone. Oh, dear. Oh, well. Well, yeah, I'll get you sorted for the next one. Don't worry for now. Okay, Steve, thank you very much. Repost your question, guys. I think I lost the questions when I changed it over. Evening, Ian Smith. Elvis Berry just got back this morning from linear fisheries. The black chickens were a nightmare. I bet they were, Elvis. Oh, my God. Look what's going on now. Right. Ian Smith, when am I fishing next? Tomorrow evening, I think. Put a picture of Mrs. B in the box. Yeah, we should do. Mrs. B will fix it. She will. Particle winner, definitely Willie Wasson. Definitely. You should have the live feed comments on the right of the screen. Should all be good now. Sean Mark Queen says, have you seen the new Nash High Bivvy? What do you think? It looks like the old... no, that's the ESP one. I quite like... Yeah, it's okay. It's all right for a bivvy. It doesn't look too bad. Matthew Reynolds says, after every catch, how much particle would you put out, if any? Depends how much I put in the first place. If I put 5 spods in, then I'd do another 5 spods. If I'd put 20 spods in, I'd do another 20 spods after every catch. Ross Wax says, should do a Halloween themed vlog. Should do, really, I suppose. Danny Glee says, do you take more than one landing net with you? Depends on fishing. If I think I'm going to get more than one bite, possibly at the same time. Something like linear, brazen, I was saying, I'd probably take 2 nets with me. Good. Marty Cocker says, Strictly is absolutely fantastic, not. Honestly, you need to make your blogs longer so I don't have to watch it. It's on the background driving me mental. Oh dear. Sorry about that. Tony Taylor says, do your hoodies come a bit baggy or tight for the size? They came in a bit baggy, definitely. Definitely. This is a 2XL and it's really baggy on me, and normally a 2XL fits me sort of snug. This one is quite baggy. These are definitely a baggier size. The Obsessive Carp said it sees the big ling that's caught from the park next week, major fish. Yep, definitely a lovely fish, that one. No problem, Hoxton. I've taken out a ball. He says, Leon, there's no point in a live feed chat. We can just look at live feed. We'll be better with your full screen. That is what I will do for the next one. Just thought I'd try something different out. You know, try something different. See how it goes. But thank you very much, guys. We will be getting rid of this type of feed anyway. Now I've broke it, Colin Osborne. Probably. I'll break everything eventually. Stuart Cox says, Carly said, how does she order a hoodie? We got her now. Reel her in, Leon. Carly, what you need to do, and what anyone needs to do if they want to order hoodies, go to www.leoncarper.com, press the shop button on the website, and then you'll see all the different hoodies and that you can get there. Then just go through PayPal or by card, and it does it all for you. Then it gets sent out within 5 to 7 working days. There you go. Fluffy one, Brian Silver, he's hiding because there's been a couple of fireworks going off, so he's hiding underneath the bed somewhere. Pure Kindness says, hi Leon, fishing at the moment, fishing bags at range in the drop-off style. Have you ever fished helicopter rigs with the lead in the bag and the rig so you get the free running properties? I haven't. If I fish bags, it's always with an inline lead. Or what I will do, if I'm fishing a helicopter, I'll put a little PVA mesh bag of pellets or crushed boilies or something like that. Never fished like a helicopter in the bag, but I suppose it could work. Colin Oswald says, Leon, are the baseball caps coming? Yes, they will be. I put the beanies up The baseball caps I will also put up as well. Dan Williams says, have you been asked to do Strictly yet, mate? No, because they don't like me because I'm on at the same time as them. Carnegie says, hi Leon, just got in from a day ticket in Mac. Finally broke his blank streak with a new PB. Good for you, mate. Well done. DJ Deleuze says, particles in winter? 100%. Always use particles in the winter. MJ Murr says he's just got back to watch and he's nipped to the shop for some Stella. Well, you missed a little bit, Dominic, where MJ Murr, where I messed up the whole screen, so you didn't miss anything. Casey Stevens says, Leon, what's your PB and will you ever beat it? My PB is 56.3 in this country, and you never know, do you? You might beat it one day. Never know. How many of you guys smoke the old crack pipe? Well, no, not the crack pipe, the old e-cigarettes. And have you been successful giving up? As I have, definitely. You know, over the years I've been using this. You know, it does replace it. Yeah, Sean Castle says, try the solar helicopter PVA bag system. I have to have a look at that, Sean, because it sounds interesting. Ian Smith says, what's your preferred bait, pop-up or bottom base? It depends on the lake I'm fishing. If I'm fishing a weedy lake or spring or winter, out of the 3 rods, 2 of them would be on pop-ups and 1 would be on a bottom bait. If I'm fishing sort of the summer and autumn, I like to get the baits hard on the deck, but it does depend on where I'm fishing. If I say, like, if it's a weedy lake with bits of weed everywhere and that, I prefer a pop-up because you just get more bites on it, like I've found anyway. Gildris hasn't smoked for 13 days and he's proud of it. Good for you. Good for you, Gildris. Matthew Randall, he vapes and he flits between the fags and the vape. That's what I was doing before. Derek Smith gave up now 2 years. Good for you, Derek. Mark Beaver says, yes, mate, he's not had a cig in 3 years. Good for you. You should all be proud of yourself giving up. Mike Payne says he's got a smock alien and he's been off the fags for 4 months. Well done, Mike. Oh, Dominic Clark says he don't smoke e-cigs, used to smoke 20 Marlboro Reds a day. Quit after catching norovirus. Bloody hell, that's madness, isn't it? Carp Stevo says, how long does PVA melt in 10 degrees and below? I would say, oh, I don't know. I just know it takes a little bit longer. Andrew Cartwright says, have you ever thought of doing tutorials? I used to, Andrew. I used to really love them, taking guys out, you know, spending 24 hours or 48 hours with them. You know, it's such a buzz when they catch or they take something away with them, but I just don't have the time anymore. That's why, hopefully, what we're going to do is organise a social of about 20 people. It's going to cost a couple of £100 somewhere each, and that's going to be over 48 hours. That's going to pay for your fishing, probably for your food as well for one night, a barbecue or something. And it's going to be me and 2 other guys that you'll probably recognise. And we're just going to go around and help you and have a bit of a social and do all that sort of thing in the summer next year, around about July, before the kids break up or something. So, looking into that at the moment. So that'd be good. Dominic Carter's been quit for 10 years. Good for you. Lee Brown, oi oi Slim Jim, good evening. Good evening to you as well. That Carp says, do smaller baits in winter make a difference? They can do. I like to use a lot more chop baits and smaller baits in the winter, like little 12mm pop-ups instead of a 15 or 16. So I think they can do. Excuse me. Well, guys, we're going to give it about another 5 minutes. So we're at 5 to 8, and that means we'll be going for about an hour then. So get your questions in next 5 minutes before we leave the community. Don't forget, you can get these black chicken hoodies. These ones are the charcoal ones, which I like. These and the navy ones from the website www.leoncarpdog.com. Get mugs on there, hat, everything to do with the black chicken sods, you know. If you haven't been to our community, if you haven't been to our close Facebook group, do a search, all one word, it only takes one bite. Get yourself in there, brilliant group. You get discounts on products in there, and it's just a really good community where we help each other with questions. And I appreciate every single one of you. Because you is what makes this community and this channel. Here we go, let's have a look at a few questions before we go. Avid bag stems, Aaron Paul says. Lee Brown says, Leon, leader knots, what one do you use? For my leader knots and putting any two bits of line together, I use a back-to-back grinner. It's the best one I've found. Carp says, a lot of lakes have started to ban maggots giving ammonia off in the lake. Is this true? I know that a few lakes have, and they do give off ammonia, so it could be true. Sean Sawn says, when you fish with maggots, do you put them on a clip or needle and thread? I tend to use the plastic maggots on top of a 12mm pop-up. I don't tend to use live maggots anymore. I use them in the feed, but not as a hook bait. I'll be watching the boxing tonight, hopefully. Bring on a social, Willie. Yep, I'll sort that out over the next couple of months and let you guys know. Sean Castle says, great live feed again. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the live feed. You know, you make it. You guys make this live feed. I just host it. You're the guys, the community that make it. Thomas Henry Nice says, have you looked at the joggers? I have, and I can't source any, not the ones we want. Everyone wants these skinny bloody things. James, no problem. I'll be giving some details out to the internal Facebook group and also to the live feeds and on my channel. And my Facebook group, my Instagram and everything else. No worries, Brian. Cheers, Leon. Another good live vlog, he says. Guys, I promise you I'll sort this. Just thought I'd try something a little bit different. See if you liked it or not. But if you can't see what the questions, no point doing that bit, is there? So we'll have it back to the way it was. Or similar. I'm going to have a little tease around with it. No problem, guys. Great live feed. Thanks for getting you all in here. I'm going to go and have my dinner in a minute. And watch Strictly because I've taped it. Don't think so. So thanks, guys, for being in here. Don't forget, I've got a new vlog coming out Monday. New question of the week Wednesday, which you should all get involved in. When you watch it, put your questions below and I'll do videos dedicated to those questions. And Friday, I've got a new review coming out. A proper full review of the Unilight USB rechargeable cap that I included in a couple of my videos before. So guys, it leaves me no further to say. Thank you very much for each and every single one of you for making this live feed as good as it always is every week. Tuesday I'll have another live feed as well. See you Tuesday. See you guys. Thanks for coming. See you soon. Don't forget you get the Black Chicken hoodies and t-shirts. www.leoncarpdog.com. See you soon, guys.